Hello everyone and welcome to the Mac Tips YouTube channel. In today's video I'm going to help you install Windows 10 onto your MacBook, your iMac or your Mac Mini or a Mac Pro. So you're going to need a Mac that has enough RAM and a half decent processor to ensure that Windows 10 will work. For this video will be using a MacBook Air from 2018. Ideally you'd be wanting a Mac from 2013 and upward, as the older Macs are no longer supported. I did try this on a 2011 21.5 inch iMac with 8 gigs of RAM and a 500 gig hard drive with a quad-core i5. But as far as that's going, that isn't working very well with Windows 8 or Windows 7. So I will keep you guys updated on that. But for now, we're installing Windows 10 on here. So what you're going to need for this, you're going to need a link, and I'll put this link in the description. It's this one here, and you press download, and then once that's gone, this comes up. So you download it anyway. This isn't a virus in the slightest. I have this on my computer. That's what this file is here. I already have this downloaded on my computer, which is this here, and once you have this file downloaded, you want to go to Launchpad, Other, and then Bootcamp Assistant. I already have this open down here, save you guys time, and you want to press Continue in the bottom right corner when you first start the program up, and up here you want to press Choose, and then go to Downloads or wherever you saved the Windows 10 file, and you want to go to it and you want to click on it and then press Open. And then once you've chosen your ISO, you want to choose how much storage you want to give it. So I'm going to give it 73 gig for the purpose of this video, and I'm going to click Install. I'm going to continue on battery power as I don't currently have my charger with me, but I will find it for the next part of this video. And what this is going to do, when it says, well, it'll say downloading Windows support software, and what this does is it downloads all the essential drivers. So your keyboard lights, your camera and things like that are going to work perfectly fine on Windows 10. This will help the MacBook run much better, but that always comes up once you finish the setup for Windows 10. So once this is done, you're greeted with a black screen, and your keyboard and everything stays off for a few seconds, and then a Windows logo pops up in the middle of your screen, a little circle in the bottom, in the middle, the middle of the bottom, if that makes any sense at all, and it just spins, and it does this for a few minutes, and then eventually you're greeted with a purple screen, and it says setup is starting, and give it a few moments after that. You have a little box, and in that box it says language, keyboard and input, and time and currency, I think, and you tick all of them to your preferences. I will show this. But once you've done that, it installs Windows onto the hard drive, and then takes you onto the native Windows the native Windows 10 setup that you're greeted with on any ordinary Windows laptop, such as HP or Dell or Lenovo or any of the big companies like that. But anyway, for now, I will see you in the next part of this video. So once you have restarted your computer, this menu is going to come up. So I am using a British MacBook Air. So I'm going to use these settings, as when you download the file, you're only going to get United States, which is normal. And I am going to choose the British settings, and it's going to correct them both down here too. So you want United Kingdom and United Kingdom. The way to determine if you have a British one or not is by looking at the 3 key. So if you look, you have a pound symbol. Now most laptops don't have the the pound symbol if they're not from the UK. So if you have, for example, a Lenovo ThinkPad, then the chances are you won't have one of these. Anyway, this screen will pop up, so you need to click I don't have a product key, unless you do, in which case you put it in. For this installation, you can choose any of them, so you can have Home, Education, Pro. I'm going to use Pro, as Pro has the most features, but Pro does cost the most, but there are probably ways to get that for free. Accept the terms and conditions, and click Next, and away it goes. This pops up, and all you have to do is wait for about 10 to 15 minutes for this installation to complete. Once this is done, I will record the section following. So once this is installed, you are greeted with this screen once it resets. It comes up with this, and you're stuck on this screen for a couple of minutes, but once this has happened, you go into the Windows 10 setup. I will fast forward to that now. Okay guys, so my computer has just restarted, and this is what comes up on the screen. So it comes up with this for, well, a minute or two, and once this has gone off, it goes into the normal Windows 10 setup. So that's when you put in your Microsoft account and things. Obviously I'm not going to show that because I'm going to use my Microsoft account, and I don't want you guys to see my details, as that's, well, it's private information really. So I'll show you guys that as soon as this is loaded, and well, there you go. Just about to say see you in a minute, but never mind. So I'm going to click United Kingdom, as this is where I'm from. And then here, you're going to click United Kingdom, which is at the top. If you have another keyboard, or a wired keyboard or a wireless keyboard, such as that one there, then feel free to add another layout, but as I'm not going to be using another keyboard, I'm going to press skip. Yeah, the Windows 10 setup is essential. You don't have to connect to internet, but it is recommended that you do. For this, I'm going to, so I will be one sec. So I've just connected to my internet, and I'm going to press skip. And when this pops up, there's a chance that you may have to restart, but that does it automatically if you have to. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, but 99% of the time you do have to restart, which does get annoying, but once this is done, it is done for good. So it comes up with this screen, and then, if I'm right in saying, like I said, it restarts. So I'll be 1 minute. So once you're back up, you're going to be greeted with this screen here. So you're going to click Setup or Personal Use, unless you are working for an organisation, and you're going to click Next. So on this screen, you're going to add your Microsoft account. So I'm going to add that, and I'll be a minute. Also, this is worth noting that if you're using the British MacBook Air, which is what I'm using, or just any MacBook for that matter, if you want @ it is changed, so you need to hold Shift and then this here, and then it comes up with an @ on your screen. Okay guys, so I've just typed in my Microsoft account details, so I'm going to make a pin, which can be anything that you guys want. I'm going to type it in again, as that's what I'm being told to do, and I'm going to click enter. So this can be anything, it could be letters, symbols, numbers, whatever you want. So obviously you guys can read through these. I personally really don't mind about letting Microsoft view my location and things, but if you guys have different opinions on things, then obviously you guys can change these and have it to the way you like. So when this screen comes up, you can tick what you want to use Windows 10 on this computer for. So it could be for gaming, which I personally wouldn't recommend, as this thing only has integrated graphics, schoolwork, or entertainment, creativity, or business. I don't plan on using it for any of these, only for the purpose of this video, so I'm going to head and click skip. I don't want to access my history. Press on do it later. And then with this, you can either back up your files with OneDrive, which I personally don't use. So I'm going to click only save files to this PC. And then hopefully soon enough we'll be waiting to go into Windows 10, but it appears we have to look at Microsoft 365. I personally don't want Microsoft 365, so I'm going to go ahead and click no thanks. Sure, yeah, Cortana's not very helpful, but oh well. Hello. This comes up, and then you're waiting for a few more minutes, and then eventually you're greeted with a blue screen, and then you're ready to go. Okay guys, so this is the last part of the video. Once you have completed the installation of Windows 10, this screen is going to come up here. So this is the file installation that we downloaded earlier when we made our Windows partition. Oh no. So you need to go ahead, click next, and then I accept the terms in the license agreement, and then install. So this can take a few moments, but once this is installed and your computer restarts, then your computer is ready to go and Windows 10 is fully installed on your computer. See, it even works now. It's recommended that you do it on it's recommended that you do the installation of these files, but if you don't want to, then you don't have to. Windows 10 works absolutely sublimely on MacBook Air, and at the minute there seems to be no problem with it. Volume works perfectly fine, as you can hear. The battery lasts quite a while. I mean, you can't really see that, but there you go, you've got your battery life settings, and the screen works perfectly fine. When the installation is finished, these keys along here will become function keys as standard. So your volume and things, your keyboard and things, because if you try and use it now, it confuses itself and doesn't do anything. But when you restart and you try and press these keys to turn on the backlight, then they work. But if this video was helpful, then a like and subscribe would be appreciated. Please share the video if you have friends or family members who want to use this method to install Windows 10. Hopefully in the near future quality will become much better, but only time can tell. If this does well, then maybe I can move on at doing more things. Anyway, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.